Hello dear students, let's start a new topic, pressure and volume relationship of gases and also the Boyle's law. This topic from chapter 7 study of gas law of class 9th in subject chemistry. Let's open your chemistry book and come on the page number 114. 114. Let's come on the topic pressure and volume relationship of gases. So pressure and volume relationship of a particular gases, and this relationship was first experimentally demonstrated by the Boyles. What Boyles? So let's see the experiment that performed by the Robert Boyle. So experiment in 1662, Robert Boyle made a systematic study of variation of volume with pressure of a sample of a gas. So Robert Boyle in 1662 made a systematic study of the variation of volume with pressure for a particular sample of the gas. Now he trapped a quantity of air in the closed end of a tube. So he taken a approx J shaped tube and trapped the air in the tube, some quantity of a particular quantity of air in the tube, and apply the pressure. After applying the pressure, he concluded that the volume of the gas related to the pressure. How? Let's see the diagram. Now this is a J-shaped tube. This one is a J-shaped tube. This J-shaped containing the air which having the pressure P1 and volume V1, that entrapped air in this tube and added the mercury in the tube. After adding the more amount of the mercury in the tube, the pressure applied by this end of the tube on the mercury, then mercury also applied the pressure on the air that entrapped in the tube. So due to increase of the pressure, the volume of the air decreases. So the final pressure of in this tube is P2 and the volume is V2 that entrapped in this tube. Since the bore of the tube was uniform, the length of the air column gave the relative volume of air in the tube. So the diameter of this tube at any point is uniform. So the length of air column gave the relative volume of air in the tube. Now at any point, the pressure on the air is equal to the pressure on the air is equal to the atmospheric pressure, plus the pressure due to the excess mercury column in the open end tube. So the air pressure, that is the air pressure in the tube, is equal to the atmospheric pressure plus the pressure due to the excess mercury column in the open end of the tube, that due to that mercury present in the tube. So the total pressure, let's see, the P PATM, it is the atmospheric pressure in millimeter Hg. Then the P1 pressure in the first tube equal to P atmospheric pressure plus H1 height, that means height of the mercury in millimeter of Hg. Now after applying the pressure, extra pressure, then the final pressure P2 equal to atmospheric pressure plus the height of the mercury in the tube, that is H2. So first pressure P1, initial pressure P1 equal to P atmospheric pressure plus height of the mercury H1, and when apply the pressure by adding the extra mercury in the tube, then P2 equal to P atmospheric plus H2, that means the total height of the mercury in the tube. Let's see. In the first case, the height H1, this one is the height of the mercury, and in the second case, this one height H2 is the height of the mercury, and this one is the atmospheric pressure. So atmospheric pressure is equal in both cases, but in that cases extra amount of the mercury added. So by adding up the extra amount of the mercury, the pressure rises in this tube. So the final pressure is more than the initial pressure. So the P2 equal to P atmospheric plus H2. So by pouring mercury in the tube, while increases the pressure, by pouring the mercury in this tube, boils want to increase the pressure on the air and measure the volume of the air under the tube by applying under the pressure, and Boyle thus obtained a set of data for the volume of a fixed mass of air under different pressure. So Boyle's added different amount of the mercury in this tube, and they calculate the final pressure in this tube and also calculate the volume of air in the tubes and collect the data. After collecting the data, they concluded and derived a law. That law is called the Boyle's law. So for given mass of air at constant temperature, the following observations were made by him. Number one observation, the volume of air decreases with increased pressure. So when pressure increases, then volume decreases. They concluded that when the pressure in the tube increases, then the volume of air finally decreases, and vice versa. Now the second point, they observed that at constant temperature, the portion by which the volume decreases or increases is the same by which the pressure increases or decreases. That means when pressure increases 2 times, then volume decreases 2 times. When pressure decreases 2 times, then volume increases 2 times. Let's see. If the pressure is doubled, the volume gets half, and vice versa. That means when the pressure is half, the volume gets double. Robert Boyle was born on 25th January 1627 in Lismore Castle, County Waterford, Ireland. So Robert Boyle, he belongs from the Ireland. He made important contribution to physics and chemistry also, and he is the best known for Boyle's law, which was the result of 3 years of experiment done by him. So this point you try to memorize. Boyle, he was born in the Ireland, and he made the important contribution to physics and chemistry, and is best known for Boyle's law after 3 years of experiments done by him. So this is all about the Boyle, Robert Boyle, scientist. So what is the Boyle's law? So Boyle's law said that at constant temperature, the volume is inversely proportional to the pressure. And this Boyle's law is derived by Boyle. On the basis of his experimental data, Boyle gave a law, and that law is called the Boyle's law. Now this law is true for all gases, because air is a mixture of gases. So this law is true for all gases. Now this law can be stated in the following way. Number one way, at constant temperature, the volume of fixed mass of a gas is inversely proportional to its pressure. That means the volume of a fixed mass of a gas volume is inversely proportional to its pressure, applied pressure at constant temperature. If temperature is constant, then volume of the gas, a particular amount of gas, is inversely proportional to pressure. That means when pressure will increases, then volume decreases. When pressure decreases, then volume increases. Now mathematical expression, B inversely proportional to P. If we want to remove the proportionals, then apply a constant, proportional constant K. Then B equal to K by P. K is called the proportional constant, and B is volume, and P is the pressure of a particular gas at constant temperatures. So P is the pressure, P is the volume of a gas, and K is the constant of proportionality. Now in the second way, the equation can also be stated as P equal to K by V. So in the first equation, B equal to K by P, so we can also write that P equal to K by V. It means that at constant temperature, when volume of a particular gas increases, then pressure decreases, and vice versa. That means at constant temperature, the pressure of a fixed mass of a gas is inversely proportional to its volume. Now in the third sense, equation first and second lead to the relations. So equation first, B equal to, so equation first, B equal to K by P. In equation second, P equal to K by V. So by adding both equations, considering both equations, then we concluded that P and V is constant, and that value is the proportional constant K. So PV equal to constant K. So PV equal to K. This is the third equation, and this equation is called the Boyle's gas equation. Let P1 and V1 be the pressure and volume respectively of a sample of gas at a certain temperature. So let P1 is the pressure of a particular sample of gas, and V1 is the volume of a particular sample of a gas. Volume of V1 is the volume of a particular sample of a gas at pressure P1. When the pressure rises, or pressure is changed, then pressure becomes P2, then volume becomes V2. So in that case, P1 V1 equal to P2 V2 equal to constant K. So let the pressure be changed to P2, resulting in V2 at the same temperature, resulting in volume V2 of the same temperature. Then P1 V1 equal to K, P2 V2 is equal to K. So P1 V1 equal to P2 V2 equal to K. Now it means that at a constant temperature, the product of pressure and volume, of a fixed mass of a gas is constant. So at constant temperature, the product of pressure and volume at a fixed mass of a gas is constant. And this is called the Boyle's law equation. So P1 V1 equal to P2 V2 equal to constant. It means the product of pressure and volume at a constant temperature is constant. And this equation is called the Boyle's law equation. Now the graphical representation of Boyle's law. The law can be verified by plotting the graph between the graph versus pressure versus volume, pressure versus 1 by V, PV versus P graph. So first the pressure versus V graph. That means when pressure increases, then how the volume is increases. Then if we plot the graph between the pressure versus volume, then we obtained a curve which is a rectangular hyperbola. Let's see the diagram. Now this is the graph of pressure versus volume. Now in this graph, a rectangular hyperbola curve is obtained at constant temperature. It means that when pressure decreases, then volume increases. When pressure rises, then volume decreases. When pressure rises, then volume decreases. So this is the variation of pressure with volume at a constant temperature. Now let's see the second graph. Pressure versus 1 by V graph. Pressure versus 1 by V graph. 1 by volume graph. Now in this way, the pressure versus 1 by volume graph is a straight line graph that passing through the origin. Let's see the diagram. Let's see the graph. So pressure versus 1 by V, 1 by volume graph at constant temperature. The graph is, the curve of the graph is a straight line. So it is a straight line, and that passing through the origin of the graph. So we conclude that this graph also shows that the pressure of a gas increases, its volume decreases. So if the pressure of a gas increases, then the volume decreases, because P versus 1 by V, and that 1 by V, P versus 1 by V graph indicates the straight line graph. So it's so that when pressure increases, then the volume decreases, and vice versa. Now the third, PV versus P graph. So PV versus P graph is a straight line. PV in y-axis and V in x-axis. Then PV versus V graph is a straight line along the x-axis, parallel to the x-axis. So PV versus P graph is a straight line parallel to the x-axis. So PV versus P, not V but PV versus P. So when we draw the graph PV versus P, then we get a straight line graph that parallel to the x-axis, that means parallel to the P. Let's see the graph PV versus P. Then the graph is straight lines that parallel to the x-axis. This one is the x-axis. This graph also shows that PV is a constant at constant temperature. That means PV do not change by increasing the pressure. PV is a constant. If temperature is constant, then PV is constant. It do not depend on the pressure. It is a constant. The product of pressure and volume is constant. So the Boyle's law proves that P equal to P inversely proportional to 1 by V, or PV equal to constant. Constant, that means K. It means when pressure increases, then volume decreases. When pressure decreases, then volume increases. And product of the pressure and volume at constant temperature is constant. So constant temperature, Boyle's law said that at constant temperature, pressure inversely proportional to the volume, or volume inversely proportional to the pressure. So this is all about the Boyle's law. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.